3 years ago, he was paying $12.50 a month to rent a room so small he could touch both walls standing in the middle. Not an apartment, not a house, one room. He shared the kitchen with strangers, parked on the street, and every month watched over $1,000 disappear into someone else's mortgage. And this changed the whole story. Today, he owns 4 properties. His tenants pay over $8,600 a month in rent. His equity grew by more than $240,000 and he still works a regular job. This wasn't luck. He didn't inherit money. He didn't make 6 figures when he started. He just made one decision most people delay for too long, and that changed everything. At 29, he had what many people call a stable life, a decent job, about $63,000 a year, around 4,100 monthly take home after taxes and all other deductions are made. But the math wasn't working. Rent $12.50, condo was $520, insurance was $180, student loans $320, food, gas, random bills another $900 plus. But by the end of every month, he had less than $400 left. And when rent increased by another $175, something hit him hard. He had paid over $43,000 in rent over 3 years and owned nothing, no equity, no asset, no tax advantage, just a receipt. That is when he stopped asking, can I afford to buy? And started asking, how much is it costing me not to buy? That question changed his life. Instead of looking for his dream home, he looked for his first strategy. He found a starter property in Houston, 3 bedrooms, older finishes, needed paint, listed at $248,000. Most people skip it because it wasn't Instagram ready, but he saw numbers. Purchase price was $248,000, 3.5% FHA down payment, about $86.80. Closing costs negotiated with seller reduced by nearly $6,000. Monthly mortgage, taxes, insurance around $2,140. Then he did something most first-time home buyers overlook. He house hacked. He lived in 1 bedroom and rented the other 2 rooms for $850 each. That brought in $1,700 per month. So his actual housing cost, roughly $440 out of pocket. He went from paying $12.50 rent to effectively living for less than half of that. And suddenly he could save. The first year was uncomfortable. Friends laughed. Family said, you are making good money. Why are you sharing your house with tenants? Because he understood something most people don't. Temporary discomforts can buy permanent freedom. By the end of year 1, home appreciation added about $28,000 in value. Mortgage principal paid down another $45,000. Rental income covered most housing expenses. His net worth had increased by over $32,000 in 1 year. That is when he realized owning property isn't just about living somewhere. It's about turning your largest expense into an asset. With savings plus equity, he bought property number 2, a duplex in Richmond. Purchase price was $319,000. He used a conventional loan and leveraged the equity from property number 1. Both units rented for $1,650 each. Total rent was $3,300 monthly. Mortgage $2,480. Cash flow after expenses around $500 monthly. Not life changing, but enough to prove the model. And here is what viewers need to understand. Most people chase cash flow first. Smart investors chase control of debt, control of assets, control of future appreciation. That is how wealth compounds. By year 3, things accelerated. Property number 3, small single family in Katy, $285,000. Property number 4, townhome in Fulshear, $298,000. Combined monthly rental income from all 4 properties, 8,600 plus. Total mortgages and expenses about 645, $6,450. Net monthly cash flow roughly 2150. But that is only part of the story, because appreciation in Texas suburbs over those years pushed combined values significantly higher. Total estimated equity after 3 years over $240,000. That is more than many people save in 15 years working. And it happened because he bought one property when everyone else said, I will wait. The reason isn't income, it's hesitation. People spend months debating rates, years waiting for the perfect market. Or here's reality: a 1% lower interest rate rarely matters as much as buying 3 years earlier, because time in the market beats time in the market. Why people wait? Prices move, rent rise, equity goes to someone else, and another lease gets signed. That guy didn't become wealthy because he had everything figured out. He became wealthy because he bought his first property before he felt ready. And if you are watching this thinking, I don't know where to start, that is normal. And I can represent you every step of the way. But if you wait until everything feels perfect, someone else will buy the opportunity you are looking at today. If you are in Texas and want to understand how to buy your first home or investment property strategically, not emotionally, I help people map that part every day. Comment property below or send me a message. Your first property may not look like your dream, but it might become the reason you never have to rent again. If this video resonates with you and you want to reach out, please do. Let's connect, and I'll be here to represent you every step of the way. Please put your comment in the comment section. What do you think? What is your biggest challenge, or what are your biggest challenges right now? And I'll be here to offer my honest recommendation. See you in the next video.